Right, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be rocking Storm Windrider. Now, I've been trying to find a way to play this card in a deck, and I came across this deck from CarloMTG, who seems to have done pretty well with it, and he plays a full set of 4. So let's dive in and see how good it is. So starting at the top, we are playing some Erode, because the deck still needs removal. There's a full set of Momo, which is interesting, because I don't know how many flyers are really in here, but not a bad choice. We do have Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., I guess occasionally we can actually use his ability, but otherwise he's an attacking 2-1. Only 3 Llanowar Elves, which is an interesting choice, but hey, they're here. Agent Coulson gets to put counters on all our other heroes. Jennifer Walters makes it hard for opponents to play stuff on our turn, but also a big 6/6 later on. Now there are 4 copies of Origin of the Avengers, and if you follow me on this channel, you know that I've not been super impressed with this card. Matter of fact, this is often one of the first cards I replace, but I'm going to leave this intact, because this is how the list came to me, but let's see how this goes. We do have a couple of Spectacular Spider-Man, which actually works really well with Storm Windrider because your opponent won't be able to block it with their flyers, so you can just come over the top with this card. So I'd almost rather have more of these than Origin of the Avengers, but we'll talk about that at the end of the video, the changes that we made. We have a couple of Miles Morales. Unfortunately, the backside doesn't fly, but he does spread a lot of counters around. A couple of, I say smaller, they're the same size. The Super Soldier Captain America, that can protect your team, and a couple of Captain America Wings of Freedom. Both of these I think are very good cards here. We do have Monica Rambeau, which happens to fly, so that's great, right? And the backside has hexproof. Of course, if you're going to be playing aggro stuff in white, you're going to be looking at practiced offense a lot of the time. This card's super good. And then, like I said, there's a full set of 4 of Storm Windrider. And we're not really goofing off with the lands. There's no creature lands or nothing. This is just get your colors, cast your stuff, and attack. Matter of fact, there's 26 creatures in here, so it is ready to rock. But yeah, quick reminder, if you're going to be at any of these upcoming events during the month of July, be sure to stop over and check out the booth for Tales of Adventure. Bring your cards if you want to sell them stuff to just give you cash in hand, or you can go to their website, use my code DRAGON, which is DRAGN, and you'll save 5%. And if you're going to be at the show, they can have it delivered there for you, so you don't even have to wait for it to come through the mail. But for now, let's go see how good this stack of storms really is. Sure. Yeah, so we drew Origin of the Avengers. I truly don't know how I feel about this card. I think I'm in the minority. I feel like I should like this card, and I just don't. Like, even now, I'm just like, if I play it, what happens? Right? Like, we're scrying, and we're not really doing anything. I can put this into play next turn for free, but then I won't be attacking with it, so I'm just gonna do it. And like, you know, they have a lightning strike or something, so be it. Belmore. Yeah, that didn't work. And I'm a pretty positive person, but I just don't understand. I think I truly just don't get this card, as the best way I would describe it. Like, it's mostly fine, but there's just a lot of times like this where it feels like it just doesn't do anything. Well, we're just gonna have to hope they don't have bounce spells for our storm, right? We drew a card because we didn't have anything to put on the battlefield. I guess we attack. Hope they can't bounce storm. Or don't have, like, double lightning helix. I mean, burst lightning. That's our best bet right now. Alright, that seems like good news. Okay, let's do some quick math. If we practice offense, this gets +1, this gets +1. If they both double strike, that'd be, if we do it a second time, that'd be 6 + 4. Yeah, all right, let it through. No blocks. Unless it's a bounce spell, we don't care. Oh, yeah, and we get the bonus counter. I forgot about that. That is the good part about that card. Counters? I mean, if you could remove Storm, you would have just done it last turn. right? So I'm going to assume you can. All right. I mean, Storm at least put 2 flyers on lock this game, so she did her job. All right, we'll take it. Okay, we'll keep it. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Voice of Victory, sure. Oh my gosh. We can't get rid of either of these, really, right? Okay. I mean, we get to put Cap on the battlefield for free. We probably play Fury and Spider-Man. Maybe go Fury and Coulson? Maybe that's what we're trying to do? Oh, they really want mana. Maybe they're trying to get to where they can use their Abandoned Air Temple? That's a peculiar situation, though. Go Cap. That resolves. We play a land. We play Fury. And I guess Coulson? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I mean, we could have also eroded to keep some Voice of Victory off our tail, but... Oh, there's an Elspeth. Well, I guess it's a good thing we held on to the erode, huh? Intriguing. So everybody got bonuses. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to threaten Elspeth, so they want to block with everything. And then we're going to ultimately just erode Elspeth anyway. All right. Just wanted to get them to block with the tokens. Does this have to be as a sorcery? No. Excellent. Then we will put this on white. Pass the turn. So if they do have some type of sweeper, we can just Spectacular Spider-Man and be okay. Sure, if you have a token, draw a card. Lurker Bat, you got it. Surprised I didn't wait to try to draw a card next turn with that. But, hey, each their own. I dare you to attack. Oh, I can't play that on their turn. I totally forgot. They have a Voice of Victory. Okay. What if... What are we going to do here? Alright. Let's make it double strike. I mean, you're going to block anyway, but sure. Yeah, I should have played that Spectacular Spider-Man last turn. It's going to come back to bite me. Sure. I mean, you can attack for a lot. Not sure the opponent's aware, but had they attacked, they'd have got to untap their Voice of Victory. I guess it didn't matter. Yeah, we would have taken, what, 3 more damage, and then they would have still been on blocking duty, because everything would have been forced to block between the counters from the Miles Morales and giving something double strike. So Yeah, all right. We'll take that win. Ooh, okay, sure. We're just going to play a little bitty 2/3 Miles Morales. And I think that's going to have to be good enough. Though we'll see. Like, it's kind of good if they destroy Miles, because then there's a chance Cap survives and then we get to roll into Storm. Do we just go Flying Cap? I think we do. Wings of Freedom. So we have Freedom Cap and Soldier Cap, I guess is how we'll refer to them. Or maybe just call them Wings Cap, because one flies. That makes more sense. Here's good old Bristly Bill. Guess what? We're still attacking into Bristly Bill. All right. There's Tifa, who's probably going to get a counter, if not two. Yep, that makes sense. I'm not going to lie, I wouldn't mind getting in a road for Tifa here. That would make things a lot easier. It would take a future concern off our heads here, but we'll see. That is not what we were looking for. So a first striking Cap doesn't really do much. So we attack, we have a 3/4. I mean, opponent could be encouraged to not block, maybe? Because they may not want to risk Tifa. All right. I mean, it's not a huge play there. It's just something. Yeah, there's a good chance we're dead. I mean, if we found, like... Okay. Yep. Good job. Cool. We don't even need to play on. Let's keep it. All right. Let's go good old Llanowar Elf. Seam Rip, you got it. And something? Yep, Ethereal Armor. You're supposed to give your stuff flying, opponent, so that at some point Storm makes your stuff suck. That's what's supposed to happen. All right, Origins of Spider-Man. Sure, no blocks. And pass. Why does that not have flying yet? There you go. Now we just have to hope that Storm survives. That's our one trick. Charge Mage's Rescue, so we can't even cast Storm. That sucks. Untap land that doesn't deal damage? Hey! And now we know Storm can't be targeted because we have Cap. So as long as this dude flies, he's stuck. Make that fly. Oh, it will gain flying when you put something on it. So it's also going to be stuck. Opponent, don't do it. Why did you do that, opponent? Yeah, now neither thing can block. I mean, good for us, I guess, but... Oh, awesome. I don't think I've ever been at low enough life trying to play a temple. Just make sure you can't hurt yourself. That's fun. This is a deck that Storm is actually really good against. Yep. Flies, sure. And the best thing you can do now is get rid of Cap, and then you're just dead. Love that for us. Turn good old Jennifer up. We need a She-Hulk. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, sure. Man, I'm trying to be positive. Just every time I see Origin Avenger, I feel like I'm losing tempo by playing the card. Which is such a gross feeling. Alright. Here comes Jan. Well, you're going to have some choices, opponents. You're going to have some choices. I'm assuming you take Captain America. I don't know. I take practice offense, actually. But Cap's pretty tough to deal with. So either is a real option. Up to them, though. Yep. Makes sense. Can't fault them for it. I wonder if they're just playing a Bats deck. Because if so, Storm's about to go banana-nanas. Ooh. Yeah, those can stay. Not sure we need Phil Coulson or not, but 'tis fine. We'll attack, because they're not blocking. Oh, we'll get to draw first, right? So we get to put Cap into play for free. That's kind of cool. Boo! We don't like that guy being around. We do have a first striker, though. So free Cap. Play Storm. Pass the turn. Zoraline. Also can't block. Or attack. I guess there's a couple of decks Storms just, for real, puts on lockdown. Like, cute little bat you got there, friend. Can we give Storm double strike? That's 12. Actually, if we give it to Cap, then that'd be 5, 10, 15. I guess we just do it, right? Yeah. I mean, before the opponent gets a chance to draw anything. And then we just attack. I mean, you can block Jen Walters. All right. My opponent's at 3. And they have to get rid of Cap first. Yeah, that's not going to cut it. Storm by herself is 6 currently. Yep, that's going to do it. Yeah, so interesting that, like, Storm's not super powerful, but there are just a couple of decks we've already run into where they just have the, you know, a couple of flyers, and that's all the difference, that those can't attack or block. So maybe that's good enough. Let's mulligan. All right, we got a Momo. I don't even know what I want to get rid of. Wow, I'm going to go for practice offense, and that's a crazy thing to say. But it feels correct, so that's what we're going with. This hand does not feel good, though. There's a lot of ways we end up very far behind. But at least Wings Cap has first strike. So that's very helpful. Pay 2 life. Let's go ahead. Get in for 2. I mean, I guess we could try to flash in Spectacular Spider-Man, get a little tricky next turn. We'd love an untapped land, though. Ultimately, right? All right, opponent had another land. Because as long as they don't have anything that gives stuff flying, we're mostly okay. What do we play, though? Do we play Cap? Maybe we just make 2 blockers? You know what I'm going to do, actually? Let's play Nick Fury. And let's play Spectacular Spider-Man. Because we can chump block with Nick Fury and then attack as a flyer and get more damage in. And that's probably okay. Though now I'm somewhat regretting putting back that practice offense. We all know how good that card is. That's not what we wanted to see. Them getting to land triggers faster for trample is really, really bad. Yep. That's what I was really afraid of. So now it's pretty much practice offense or nothing. Right? No, even with practice offense, we can't win. Yep. We're just dead. GG's. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's keep it. How long? Oh, I was going to say, how long is the Lana Rolf going to live? But apparently a long time this time. Let's play Miles. Put some counters. And attack. What do we need? Red, white. Okay. If you attack, are we willing to block? Yes, we are. Because there's probably an Ouroboros coming next turn, and that's way scarier. So let's go ahead and attack. In the turn. Yep, how did we know? And a Ginger Brute. You got it. Would I block a Ginger Brute? The answer is usually yes. But this time I'm going to say no. That's not a way to threaten enough damage, unfortunately. So we would take a minimum of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, I guess if you have another Ouroboros. But also your Ouroboros has to block here, right? Yeah. All right, so they take 8, go to 8. We can attack in the air for 5 next turn, not a minimum. They can also sack a Ginger Brute for 3 life. They could also just have another Ouroboros. Yeah, exactly. Like, that's also a real thing. Okay, Miles. I see you. Oh, wait, actually, you're hasty on the backside. Oh, but we need a 6 mana. Never mind. That doesn't quite work the way we want. So let's get green. Hope the opponent just doesn't have tramplers or whatever. Let's put counter on Spider-Man. Counter on... I don't even know. Nick Fury? So it's 5? Yeah, sure. And then we're going to make this gain flying. I mean, if we attack with Nick Fury, they have to block, though, with something, right? Is that good enough? to just trade Nick Fury for like a Llanowar Elf? Like, maybe it is? I'm just trying to think like how we lose if we do that. I think we just attack for 6 in the air. Right? Sure. So then they go to 2. Probably have to sack Ginger Brute, but then it only takes them to 5. Something weird happens and they all in attack. I guess we could block with everything, sacrifice Spectacular Spider-Man. Like, that would be something. Fight spell's pretty good for them, though. But then they still can't attack. Because everything has to block. We're at 14? Sure. Block like that, take 9? Oh, I blocked the wrong way. I meant to block with the other Llanowar Elf. Oops. Oh well, didn't matter anyway. Yeah, not just the power. It was mostly so the one without Summoning Sickness is still able to activate Spectacular Spider-Man after the combat step in case there were some weird shenanigans, but ended up not mattering. Ooh, double Coulson. All right, let's try it. This is probably a bad idea. But Coulson does have vigilance. Coulson can also like put counters on stuff, so why not? Blue-white with Gran. I have seen that in some of the like Momo 2/4 creature, whatever, to make extra counter stuff, so that is a thing. All right. Don't know that you're going to be super important. But I guess having a second Coulson isn't the worst. Are they coming to get rid of this one as well? No. Doing her in step. Let's see if we can get rid of Gran. They might want to defend Gran here. Good. That's what we like to see. So real spells don't get countered. Now, admittedly, they can still have the one that, like, deals damage plus for the number of lessons in the yard or whatever. If so, sucks to suck. Things happen. Though, we can still plus Gran, right? Or the, Storm. Alright, let's put counters on things. Alright, too bad Coulson says other. Okay, so we can have Storm do 6, 12. 14? Alright, I'm willing to take a sample. Got anything? Double strike it? That's a weird pause. I don't like that. So I'm just going to attack. I mean, we'll commit. I'm your Huckleberry. I mean, obviously something's about to happen. Oh, just that. Okay. Well, then I guess we could have gone for it. Didn't matter. Oh, because they took another point. So yeah, then they die anyway. Cool. Yeah, I missed a key point in my math because they only had the Great Hall open. We didn't need to do this anyway because if they have a spell that bounces Storm, then it doesn't matter. If they have any other spell that doesn't bounce Storm, then they die because they take the extra point. So, worked out anyway, I guess. I mean, I guess we have to keep this. It's so funny. I both like and dislike Coulson as we've played through this video. I went from like, I don't know about this card, I guess it's alright, to like, I don't know. But it has done the job a few times. Oh, are we going to get to keep it? Nope. Opponent had a firebending lesson. Okay. Well, it gives us a little bit more of a clue of what we're up against. So there's that. We did not find our 4th land yet. I also don't think we're going to get to keep this cap, because they could just as well have another firebending lesson to get rid of them. But we'll see. Okay, not this turn at least. There's a Grand. We might just have to off Grand, whether we like it or not. Yeah, I think we do. She just allows too much to happen for too cheap. And sort of undermines our ward by making their spells even cheaper. We obviously don't like that. Alright. Really would have liked another land there. Even if it was just to like play Nick Fury and still leave up Spider-Man, would have been nice. Alright. Opponent spending the extra for the combustion technique. That makes sense. I think I'm just going to flash in and block. And just take away all their threats. Well, I was also hoping we'd draw a land there, and we didn't. So, that plan kind of bombed. Maybe I should have just tried to race. You know, maybe that would have been better. Though, with the setup, I think we lose that race, realistically. Alright. Got some cards. Which means we're not going to get to keep a Nick Fury. That's fine. Alright. Well, I'm going to assume the first one won't make it. We'll see if the second one does. This is the type of matchup where you want to get Monica Rambeau, though. Right? Being able to have that backside that has hexproof, super good. Yep, like I said, I assume the first one wasn't going to make it. The question is, does the second one? Alright, we're going to see a replay where they fetch it back, destroy Storm again. Makes sense. Yep. And these are the type of situations of why I'm not the biggest fan of Origin Avengers. But, hey, we at least got to try to play it, right? Yeah, can't do that. I mean, we got to find something more threatening here. Yeah, this one we just have not drawn well, and the opponent has drawn very well, so I just assume we lose, and that's okay. Sometimes it's like that. I mean, draw some cards. Well, that also works. A little surprised they didn't just bounce their other deal, but that's not helping us. If I don't, we get to draw a card, right? Yeah, we just need to draw instead. Okay, well, we're not winning this one. I mean, even with erodes, like, we are not even close to pulling this out, right? Because now they're just making extra otters that we're not going to be able to do anything about. Yeah, okay. We just give them the GGs. We're not winning this. Cool. Yeah, that was just a tough one where the opponent drew well, and we sadly didn't draw much. Needed more, but this is also where I said, like, the deck doesn't have, like, flexibility, and we'll talk about that in the closer. We'll keep it with a Momo to start with. Sure. Can't really take advantage of Momo, unfortunately, so that makes us sad. Wish we had a little more action there. But I guess we just go with Coulson. Yeah, Coulson not putting a counter on everything and only on everything else and not himself is actually kind of disappointing. It's real rough. Yeah, sure. Mostly put the counter on Momo, so if they target Coulson, we can still get some value, you know. Ooh, wait. Opponent's at 12. Darn it. I was just thinking if we play Storm here, they can't block, and that's awesome. But we don't have quite the mana to do what we want to do. Huh. Wait a minute. Make him a 4. That's 8, 9, 10, 11? Huh. I guess I should have put that counter on Coulson last turn after all. Well, I guess here's what we're doing. We're going to erode. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yep, still just 10, no matter how I look at it. Oh, wait, that's not true. 4, 8, 9, that's 11. Ah. Because they both get a +1. This is 4, 8. Yep, no matter how I look at it, it doesn't change. All right. I guess we'll go double storm. Why not? All right, assuming they're gonna sweep the board here, because that would be the thing to do. And if it's deadly cover up, we're losing the storm on top of the library anyway. I mean, if not, we're in pretty good shape because we have the practiced offense. Verdict Core, sure. And then Cecil. Okay, well, they're going to be at 8, so that's not a winner, unfortunately. But if we don't put anything onto the battlefield, we get to draw, which is just a Llanowar Elf. Play Storm. This becomes 3. 4, 8. Yeah, doesn't quite do it. Darn it. Every which way is like just barely wrong. All because I didn't put that extra counter on Coulson earlier. Now we're paying for it. Wait, target creature, target creature. Oh, your choice gains double. So I can make something not block. Doesn't matter though, right? I was just thinking I could give something of theirs a thing, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, all right. Momo gets a counter, I guess, or gets the double strike option. Oh wait, no! I could have targeted Coulson, and they could have both flew. Oh, that would have been ball game. Dang it! Oh, that was so bad. I wasn't even thinking. All right. That sucks. That was so dumb. That was the best case scenario too. Now we're in trouble. Because there's no way they can't deal with their stuff now, right? I forgot Storm would give something flying. And Cecil can't do anything because Cecil just kills them once he deals damage. So Cecil can't block. Rush of Dread? Yeah, sure. And I guess that's what we do. Keep a storm. Are we gonna get bailed out after my stupid play? I don't deserve this. We're gonna get the win, but man, sure. Like, I mean, we would have won anyway, so I guess it's fine. Yeah, so as we all saw, especially in that last game, that, well, one of the last games, I think it was the last one, but the thing there is that Storm's biggest benefit really is with practice offense, right? So whatever you target, jumps can come over the top and your opponent can't block it, right? That's the real 2-card combo in this deck. Almost everything else is just kind of buying time to somehow sneak through a practiced offense, but really that's what it comes down to. Now, Monica Rambeau, we never really got onto the battlefield, which was tough, but it is a good card, so I get why it fits and why it's here. Yeah, overall, I mean, we didn't do bad. I think it was 6-3. I'll try to remember to put the matchup somewhere here, but yeah, I think this is quality. If you wanted to play it on the ladder, it makes sense. The only real downside for me is I would, because we are playing a fair amount of creatures. What did we say? It was 26? Yeah, I would like to have at least 2 more removal spells of some kind. Whether those are Get Lost or Aang's, whatever, where you can exile a thing, one of those enchantments that does that. Just because there's just a few problematic cards that are hard to punch through. But at the same time, your toughest matchup's probably going to be some version of the control piles. But at that point, you're just trying to get Captain America, make it hard for your opponent to get rid of all your stuff, stick a practice offense, get it done, right? So yeah, there's sometimes having 4 storms is going to be quite annoying. And there's some stuff where like Momo only really helps a couple of cards in the deck, but they all help each other just enough that this is one of the few ways I think you could get away with playing Storm Windrider. So yeah, I mean, just pay attention and don't make the dumb mistake I did where I almost threw the game away by not making something jump with Storm's ability. But yeah, that's really it. Storm, again, it is a 4 mana, 4/4 flyer, can just beat on her own, which is good. But she is kind of one of the things that does help this deck a lot. We had a couple of matchups where she just shut them down because they couldn't attack with either like a, what was it one time? A Slick Shot, then one time with the Bats and whatever. And then against the Aura's deck, one of their best plays is to come over the top. So if their creatures are flying, they can't do anything, especially if you have that and cap, because then they can't ever get rid of the Storm. So yeah, overall, very cool stuff. Gonna leave this link up over on Moxfield. Credit again to CarloMTG for putting this one together. But yeah, that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.